A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Monday night edition of the show. It's the first edition of Sports Tonight for the week. And I can assure you that tonight promises to be exciting, fun-filled, as always. And I want to start by saying a very big thank you to you for allowing us come into your homes. And, of course, be a part of your home without knocking on the door. My name is Tony Bitoye. I'm not alone. This Monday night, I have the full compliments of my friends and my partners. Kunle Phillips is on the show once again this Monday. Kunle, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Tony. It's nice being on the show.
Yeah, and of course I have Toby Adepoju as well. Toby,
yeah,
I'm sure you are happy, ready to go, because for the first time, before now, I mean, the talk was that you guys that love to talk about
the
Nigerian players, the domestic scene, the domestic league. What do you have to show for it? Even when you had about six players in the team that won the Nations Cup. What about the Nations Cup for the home base?
You guys have to do everything to qualify, and
now you can hear a sigh of relief.
I think it's a very good,
very fantastic one. I tell you, I'm really so excited.
We were this close to going out.
Yes. In fact, we had our hands in our mouths. Most of us actually watched that game with trepidations. We were so scared when you saw 25 minutes.
They were already 2 goals up, and they didn't just warm up.
Yeah, they were going to pull the chestnut out of the fire. But of course, I really have to give kudos to the players. They held their own for almost 65 minutes. And of course, good to know that we are true to Chan. And of course, South Africa has always been a fortress. Anytime we are playing in South Africa, we tend to always give our best. And I just hope that the chief coach of the side, talking about Keshi, will make it his second trophy in about 2 years.
Back to back.
Yes.
Well, South Africa has always been a good ground, no doubt. Since 2010, every CAF tournament in South Africa has been won by Nigeria. And if you now want to imagine that just a couple of months ago, we were contemplating pulling out of
from the tournament.
From the tournament. Now we're through. And who knows? We could go all the way. But we'll talk about that later on. We'll talk about it later on, because apart from Nigeria, 11 countries are also sure of being part of the African Nations Championship. People are asking, what does it mean? What is the African Nations Championship all about? The African Nations Championship is a tournament that CAF has put together for players plying their trade in their domestic leagues. That is, a Nigerian playing in the Nigerian league is the only one eligible. If you're a Nigerian and you are playing in the Ghanaian league, you are not eligible. If you're a Nigerian and you are playing even in the Beninoa league, that is just 5 minutes off Lagos, you are not eligible. You must be a Nigerian playing in the Nigerian league. The same applies for all other countries. You must be playing in your domestic league. So, and some have used it to measure the strength of the league. We'll talk about it later on the show, the other countries that have qualified, and there are 4 slots left. We will try to talk about all of that towards the end of sports tonight. Of course, we will talk about the women, the Challenge Cup. For the men, we are playing quarterfinal matches on Wednesday. The women are playing quarterfinal matches a day after. And I think I told you last week that the 2011 Federation Cup has been the best in recent times in terms of organization. It's not perfect. It's not as if there are no flaws, but in terms of organization and the progress, it's a lot better than what we had last year. So we hope that the NFF can build on it. So we'll talk about it as we go on as well on Sports Tonight. So majorly, we will look at other sports. We're going to start the show very differently today. We'll look at other sports. We'll look at athletics. We'll look at cricket. We'll look at table tennis to start off Sports Tonight this Monday. And then we'll leave the best, football, for the end of the show. We'll probably also close the show with the Hungarian Grand Prix. And of course, talk about it before we wrap up Sports Tonight this Monday. So you are in for a swell time. And once again, thank you for joining us. Without wasting any more time, let's go straight to the business of the day. Gentlemen, what was the biggest piece of news over the weekend? Was not even the home base Eagles qualifying for CHAN.
Yes.
The biggest piece of news for Nigeria is Blessing. Blessed Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing Okagwari.
Yeah, it was a very good one for Blessing. He has been one of the most talking about talented athletes we have in this country, and she has really proved a lot of quality she got in, and it was a very good tournament for him in London. During the heat, he ran. She
broke African record. She broke
African record 2 times in the heat. It was 10.86 seconds. And later in the final, he set a new record. 10.76. It was a very good one for Blessing, and we just hope he could just build on that. Going to the the Commonwealth game. Coming up very soon in London, and It's a massive one for Blessing. We just hope the Federation will support him very, very well. Blessing needs a lot of support. She can't do it alone, and we just hope we can just get it right from this point.
I think it's really a very, very good one for Nigeria, if you ask me, because I remember that in the last few years we've had our athletes falling play. They've been performing below par. I tell you, the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 and 400 has always been our fortress of strength. But in recent time we've had athletes not really doing very well. But of course, with Blessing Okagbare coming up to actually post this kind of performance, I think is a very good one. It shows that we are really getting back on our track. Of course, we just hope that she will actually reenact that form that saw her come tops over the weekend to actually at least win a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, well, not at the World Championship.
World Championship,
yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Well, let's see. I mean, I hope we can. Let's see that race that Blessing won over the weekend. I mean, she was in cloud nine because what she did. Yeah, slow start. That has been the problem with Blessing. But that slow start is covered up with this long strides and the strong finish.
Yeah, definitely. She was. I think I watched the race of Usain Bolt as well. He started very
Usain Bolt, the women version of Usain Bolt.
yes. He tends to always start poorly. Of course, towards the end, that's where he puts up his best. And of course, this is also applicable to Blessing Okagbare. It's not all about starting very well. It's all about finishing well. And for me, it's a very, very good one. He just needs to build up on this and, of course, rule Africa and win as many laurels as possible for Nigeria.
Well, we didn't see, but interestingly, this same place a year ago was where Blessing finished in bottom, finished eighth.
Yes.
Finished last in the final
at the Olympics.
At the Olympics, and she has come back here now to show marked improvement.
Yeah, it's very good. After you feel you need to plan ahead of the future, and that's what Blessing has proven this tournament. I felt the last time she was in London, and this time I said, okay, I'll be here to show the quality. I got in, and I think it was a very good one for Blessing. I know him. He's a very, very talented athlete. We have around us in Africa, and also the good thing is, she can compete anywhere, even though in the world level, and setting a new record on the African continent, and also breaking the Nigerian record, because the Nigerian held that record, earlier before Blessing set. She broke the record twice in the championship, in the heats, and also in the final in one day. It's a very good one for her. But like I said, most of these athletes do things on their own. They struggle to get, in terms of training on their own. The federation sometimes don't support them. It's always when we have tournaments like the Olympics, you see, people in the federation now come up and started organizing training for them. We need to support them. Try to bring on different kind of training for them and send them out to gain more experience. And just like for Blessing, this is a success for us. It's a success for Africa, and we just hope we could just support her more so she can achieve more. Going to the future.
All right, we'll try to establish contact with a respected athletics reporter, Darius. We hope we can get him across to us online so that he can give us an insight into the race over the weekend that Blessing won, and the implication for Nigeria, because we're also getting ready for the World Championship. Do we need? Are we sure, based on what Blessing did over the weekend, are we sure that we can pick a medal and